The sons of Dashratha were growing up into handsome young men. They were trained in archery, they were trained in horse riding, and they were given proper education according to their times and status. Once, while Dashrath sat in private audience with his ministers and close relatives discussing marriages of the princes, the palace guards informed him of the arrival of the glorious sage Vishwamitra. The king, accompanied by his Purohits, joyously welcomed the Maharishi as if Indra was receiving Brahma. Vishwamitra was a man who performed tough penances, and this showed on his face, which was glowing with inner strength. Dashrath offered him arghya and led him to the courtroom. The Rishi inquired about his well-being, about the state of the treasury, about the safety of the kingdom, and about the health and happiness of his subjects. He asked about his near and dear ones. Valmiki in his narrative shows how civility was practiced in the court of King Dashratha. This narrative is a history of the times, a social history of the times. Valmiki continues, seating the Maharishi on a couch, Dashrath said, "Your arrival here, Maharishi, is auspicious, like nectar being poured into the mouth of a person on deathbed." Mark the image. Like showers on a parched land or the pregnancy of a barren woman. What service can I render to you? It will be my pleasure to be of help in your noble tasks. The Rishi nodded in acknowledgement. The king continued, "O sage, your arrival is like a pretty dawn following a dark night, a sunrise when I have had the good fortune to look at you, the crown of the Brahmins. You were known as a Rajarshi in earlier times. Later you attained to the present high station as a Brahmarshi." Notice how humble the king is in the presence of a saint, a sage. "When you are here, I consider my house to have been sanctified as a tirtha, as a place of pilgrimage. I feel as if I have returned blessed from a pilgrimage. I shall carry out your command, whatever that be. You are an honored guest and therefore a devata for this grihastha." Listening to these humble outpourings, the glorious Vishwamitra, a man of high virtues, felt immensely happy. He said, "O lion of a king, none else could have been as generous as you are. Two rakshasas, Marich and Subahu, educated and strong, are determined to violate my yagya before being performed to attain siddhi. The sacrifice is almost complete. These demons come and pollute the yagya mandap and with blood and meat. I believe," continued Vishwamitra, "your chivalrous son Ram can annihilate these devils and help me complete the yagya. I need your lotus-eyed son only for 10 days. Do not say no. Do not worry about his safety. I shall take care of him." Hearing these words, Dashrath fainted, slipped from his throne. He loved his children and they were very young. Coming to his senses, the king said, "Maharshi, Ram is not even 16. How will he fight those mighty asuras? He has not yet learned the art of using secret weapons in a war. He is my eldest child. I love him the most. I am willing to go personally or send my generals to protect your yagya mandap with all their might. However, who are these rakshasas? Which family do they belong to? If I know correctly, some of these demons are invincible." Responding to the king's entreaties, Vishwamitra replied, "Rajan, You might have heard of Ravana, born in the family of Rishi Pulastya. He enjoys the boon of immortality from Brahma. He is a brother of Kuber and sends his minions to harass us. Marich and Subahu too have been sent by him. Ravan controls everything from distance, far away, Lanka, beyond the ocean. On hearing the mention of Ravana, Dashrath was stupefied. He said, Maharshi, even I cannot face Ravana. My armies will not be able to face him. Marich and Subahu seem to be the messengers of Yamaraj. I can come and fight one of them to keep my word. However, please spare Ram for the sake of my dynasty. Vishwamitra could not be taken for granted. He flew into a rage, like the fire in a yagya kund fueled by excess of ghee. He retorted, You are besotted with the love for your child whose reality you are not aware of. You promised to grant my wishes. Your breaking this promise indicates that your dynasty has fallen on evil days. I have no problem with returning empty handed, yet I wish you well. The gods were frightened. They were watching everything from the heavens, and the earth quaked out of fear when the angry sage uttered his words. Maharishi Vasishtha, who was always at peace with himself, realizing the gravity of the situation, addressed the king thus: Rajan, born in the Ikshvaku dynasty as an avatar of Dharma, you must not give up doing your duty. If a man goes back on his promise, he forfeits the credit for any virtue he might have earned in his earlier lives. Please, therefore, permit Rama to accompany Rishi Vishwamitra. No demon can survive a fight with Rama. Rama and Vishwamitra are embodiments of dharma, of righteousness. The learning of the sage is unparalleled and makes him superior to anyone else in the world, and he is a warrior himself. He has profound knowledge of the use of powerful weapons of war, continued Vasishtha. Vishwamitra has the capacity to forge armaments not yet designed by anyone. Look at the thoughts. It's remarkable. He can forge armaments not yet thought of by anyone. Moreover, the Rishi is omniscient. He is aware of the past and he can anticipate the future. Do not be afraid, O mighty king. Shed your doubts, if any, and let Ram accompany Vishwamitra. The advice of his family guru convinced Dashratha that Rama's departure with Vishwamitra was in his son's best interest. The rest of the story we'll take up in the next video. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram.